I don't expect to be reunited with Rain Aldrich, the heir of Frostfang clan, at a banquet to celebrate his ascendance. I also don't expect him to throw me out heartlessly. As I walk along a deserted street, my mind replays Rain's mocking words. You abandoned me for money and status, Ms. Valterra. Do you regret your actions now that I've become an heir? Throw this materialistic gold digger out. I don't want to see her anywhere near me. And so, I'm thrown out of the banquet hall just like that. I fall to the floor. It's been 5 years. I didn't think he would still hate me so. Then again, it makes sense. Who wouldn't hate someone who left them when they were on the brink of death? But my dear Rain isn't dead. He's alive and well. He can even get mad at me without worrying about it affecting his health. I'm about to die, though. I don't even deserve to be emotional. Why? Because my heart of the wolfkin beats in Rain's body. The exact moment Rain Aldrich was officially reinstated as the heir of the Frostfang clan in the moonlit hall, I received a message from my attending witch doctor, Ivy Harrington. Serena, if you don't replace your heart soon, you won't have much time left. On the grand stage, the presiding elder asked Rain to share a defining moment before his return to the royal bloodline. Rain's piercing gaze swept toward my seat. Speaking of unforgettable moments, Rain said coldly, I'd like to ask Selena Valterra from the Sanctuary of Healing, when you left me for money and status, did you ever regret it? My face flushed red, but the life or death notice, still fresh in my mind, kept me composed. Your Highness, congratulations on reclaiming your place in the Frostborn royal family. So, would you be willing to lend me $3 million? The hall fell into dead silence, broken only by a thunderous command, throw her out. From now on, I never want to see this greedy woman again. I was unceremoniously dragged out in disgrace. What Rain didn't know was that the heart now beating in his body belonged to me, the heart of the wolfkin. Back at the Sanctuary of Healing, an unexpected surprise awaited me. Rain had actually transferred $3 million to my account. I froze for a moment, my emotions a chaotic mess. The next morning, just as I was about to leave for my follow-up appointment, a luxury car pulled up in front of me. The man who stepped out was none other than Rain, accompanied by his current partner, Luna Everhart. Selena, where are you off to? Don't tell me you heard I'd personally be auditing the Sanctuary of Healing's funds and got so scared that you decided to flee. Rain's voice carried the unmistakable authority of someone in power. 5 years had passed. He was still as strong and imposing as ever. But the one who now stood by his side beneath the moon, bound by a sacred vow, was no longer me. Darling, perhaps Ms. Valterra has changed? Wouldn't we be wounding her dignity by barging in like this? Luna's voice was soft, but the look she gave me was filled with disdain and jealousy. Rain's gaze turned icy, filled with deep resentment, as if he wanted to tear me apart. Selena, it's been 5 years. Don't you have anything to say to me? And according to the wolf's oath of reverence and the laws of the pack, you should be kneeling before me, the rightful heir. Or have you forgotten? I looked at the man before me, so familiar, yet now a complete stranger. I let out a soft laugh. Rain, esteemed heir of the Frostfang clan, if I kneel before you, will you drop investigating the Sanctuary of Healing's finances? Rain's normally soft silver hair suddenly bristled with an aggressive edge, a telltale sign that he was truly angry. You really are just as foolish and greedy as before. Kneel. I closed my eyes for a brief moment, numbing myself to what was about to happen. Just as I prepared to kneel, Luna suddenly kicked my knee. I stumbled, collapsing to the ground. For a fleeting second, I caught a flicker of hesitation in Rain's eyes, but he made no move to stop her. Pain lanced through me as I inhaled sharply. All right, Rain. I have kneeled before you. Will you now abandon the investigation into the Sanctuary of Healing's funds? Rain, I was right, wasn't I? A woman who could abandon you for money and power would certainly have ulterior motives when it comes to the funds. Luna said sweetly, but we're only talking about a few $1 million. You spent more than that on a single pair of custom crystal shoes for me. If Selena hadn't been so heartless and rejected your love, I wouldn't have had the chance to be with you, would I? Rain turned to her, pressing a tender kiss on her forehead, his eyes filled with unrestrained affection. If not for her betrayal, I never would have found you, my little sweetheart. Watching them, I could no longer hold back my tears. I quickly got up, grabbing my bag, and turned to leave. But Luna suddenly extended her foot, making me trip. Ms. Valterra, is there something more urgent than checking the funds? You seem awfully nervous. Unless, of course, this quarter's budget just so happens to be lying in that bag of yours? Once again, I fell to the ground unceremoniously, utterly defeated. The medical report from my follow-up examination, confirming the replacement of the heart of the wolfkin, fell out of my bag. At the sight of me collapsing to the ground, Rain's silver hair softened ever so slightly. I knew that change. It was a telltale sign of his unwillingness to be cruel. Luna seemed to sense something amiss, and immediately tried to divert Rain's attention. Rain, look at this, she called, hastily grabbing the fallen papers. But the moment she saw what was written, a flicker of shock crossed her face. Rain took the document from her hands, bringing it closer as he read aloud, Heart of the Wolfkin. Secondary surgery for replacement with a mechanical heart.